This is like a country song, I believe. It's Johnny Cash wrote this song, 40 Shades of Green. But well, Johnny Cash wrote it when he was flying over Ireland. And it's just a classic, you know, just saw all the different colours of green. So from the music side of it and the writing side, fantastic idea. My first memories of this were my mum again singing it, but she would have sang or she would have played Jim Reeves singing it. So I didn't know Johnny Cash wrote it till many years later, and I was so surprised. And of course, I think everybody likes a Johnny Cash song, but again, it's a very special song, and I would sing that sometimes as well.
And you put that in your repertoire as well. And have you heard it sort of on the radio or in the wild or anything recently? Or?
Not really. It's been quite a while since I've heard it. No, it just probably next time we'll hear it from the singer himself at a concert or a gig somewhere.
Fantastic. Well, you can hear it on the Spotify playlist, our New Ireland TV's favourite.
So when I think back to being at school and doing GCSE music, which was a very long time ago, one of the set works actually that stuck out for me was Carrickfergus. And I actually really enjoyed learning about that piece, but it's not about the Carrickfergus that we know, because obviously we're from Northern Ireland, so we're used to Carrickfergus being like
the big castle that's about 10 minutes from my house.
Exactly.
On the seafront, that every primary school child dreams of going on their school trip. And it is a very amusing castle.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And I remember doing this set work, and well, to be honest, you can only enjoy school so much. So yes, I did enjoy learning about it, but it's almost got to the point where I did it for A-level as well. And now when we're listening to music, and Connor did it too, where we'll almost be like, what instrument's that? And you almost start to analyse things without even thinking about it.
Yeah, so you don't enjoy the piece anymore.
Yeah, I don't miss that part. But this was a piece that really stuck out for me, and one of our friends actually sang it recently again, and it brought all the memories back, and it is really beautiful.
No, when I was a kid, somehow, my cousin plays Irish traditional harp, and we were invited to, as I think we were primary school, maybe P7 or first year, I'm not sure, to Carrickfergus Castle. It must have been a centenary or some, I don't know how many years that it's been there, probably longer. And we were invited, definitely longer, we were invited to come and sing, and they chose Carrickfergus, even though it was a completely different Carrickfergus, and it was really lovely because the harp gave it such an Irishy traditional feel, obviously, and I just think in the setting of the castle and the echo you got because of the stone, it was very, very nice.
That would be beautiful.
So definitely go and check out.
The second song I'm choosing is by a legendary Irish artist called Christy Moore. And although I play a lot of guitar myself, a lot of his songs I don't usually try and play because I couldn't really replicate them as well as he can. There's something very unique about him. We all probably know the man from playing on stage and his iconic concerts that he would play on live TV. But the song I've chosen is Joxer Goes to Stuttgart, and being a huge sports fan, it's just, for me, it's one of those songs that every time I hear it you get goosebumps, and I just think back to football from the 1990s, which is the best era of football in my eyes, and the story of the Irish football team and their journey towards through the football of the late 80s and the early 90s towards Italian 90, and just that whole journey. And there's something about the song that I just love. It epitomises everything of old Ireland, and getting into the camper van and just heading off, and who knows where they'll end up, ending up as the song goes, the wagons in a ring, and just playing the banjo and playing the mandolin, meeting random people from Germany and all these places. And there's something about that journey to Stuttgart with Joxer that is just, I think every Irish person who is a sports fan, and even some who aren't, can relate to at the time. I would say that it's one of those songs that when you hear it and it comes on, you just know that it's going to be uplifting, it's going to be exciting, and that includes whether it's the sort of album version or my particular favourite version of it, which is the live version. The live version album is just incredible because the crowd are so on the edge of their seats almost. It is almost like being at the sports match. The fact that the background music is the match of the day theme tune, which is something I lived for in the 1990s, watching the Premier League highlights every Saturday night. And that whole song in general, when it gets to the moment of until Ray Houghton put the ball and he stuck it in the net, and the live audience just goes wild, and it is just one of those moments that you can't not be happy about and smiling about. Christy himself has so many iconic songs, from the Right On, of course, being one of his most iconic ones, but Joxer Goes to Stuttgart for me just has something memorable about it. The fact that it is the Match of the Day theme tune, as I say, kind of pinned in the background that maybe people don't always notice, and you give anything to go on that journey with Joxer to Stuttgart, and yeah, it's just one of those songs that, as I said, it epitomises everything about Ireland in the late 80s, early 90s, and when Jack Charlton's men just brought Ireland to a different level of happiness that I don't know if we'll ever see again.
Way to think of it.
Yeah.
But the Ronnie Drew version, Dublin in their rare old times, or rare old times, whatever they call it, one of the best songs ever. I was down at a football match and I heard it in Dublin, and I think maybe that's why of the link. It was Ireland played my first ever football match, and they played Brazil in 1987. And now, it mightn't have been the Ronnie Drew version, but it was the Dubliners doing it, and it just stuck with me, and it took me a while to think of my favourite song, even though it was buried, because there's a whole pile of Irish songs you can pick, but that one there was, I think that was the pick. It still is.
Fantastic.
So it's a great song. I played it the other night on YouTube. I just thought I had to listen to it again once I said it, so great song.